Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. It's been a while since I did a longer video, and so for this one I wanted to do something a little bit different. If you follow me over on Instagram, you may have seen snippets of what I've been working on recently, and I thought it might be nice to make a video to share a little bit more of my experimental processes. I've been saving sheets of kitchen paper from mopping up excess paint, and I've been using these sheets as the basis for stitch. Sheets that I might have previously thrown away suddenly became quite interesting in their colours and marks, and I wondered what they might be like to stitch into. I also save unusual packaging from parcels, thinking it might come in useful for a project, and I'm using these as a backing. Here you can see me working on the first piece I experimented with, and I will be sharing the finished results later on in this video, along with another piece I'm working on at the moment. For now though, please take a moment to relax as I stitch and hopefully inspire you. Hi, I thought it might be quite nice to share some of the things I've been working on recently, and to let you see part of my process. If you follow me over on Instagram, you might have seen that I've been working with some used kitchen paper. When I've had a bit of a paint session, whether I've been painting fabrics or other things, I usually mop up any spillages with paper towel, and I decided that I wanted to see what it might be like to stitch into them. I found that some of the colours, when they were absorbed into the kitchen towel, they mix quite well and blended together and make for quite interesting effects. After the paint sessions, I mop up, and what I tend to do is just leave them, open them out, leave them to dry, and then I'm left with this sort of thing here. I'll show you some of the samples. These I've torn in half, but you can just see that they've got tears in them as well. I'm not bothered about that because I use that in the finished pieces as well, so I don't worry about holes, and I layer them up anyway. So there, as you can see, there's the layers through the holes. Yeah, so any pieces, and also I think they're usually 2-ply, so again I get more from them. I just split them apart and get more layers. So they were more autumnal colours, as you can see, but then some, obviously I've used darker colours there, greys and blacks, and a mix of colours on there. But you see, I haven't made those marks on the paper, they're just what has been absorbed. Not so many marks on that one, but I'm sure we could do something with it. So yeah, that's what I start with, and then I use some packaging material, and I can't even remember what I bought that this packaging was around. It must be a few years ago now, but I kept it because I didn't want to just throw it away. Didn't have any use for it until now. But yeah, it's like a thickish felt material. And I've used that as a backing. So I then lay the kitchen towel onto the backing and just start playing and layering up the pieces. And then this is one that I've stitched through. There's the backing, and obviously you can see the other side of the stitching. But yeah, this one is one that I've completed. Move those out of the way. But it was actually quite easy and quite nice to stitch through as well. So as you can see, gives a lovely texture and a bit of a quilted effect, and it doesn't tear as easily as you might think. Sometimes there's a slightly bigger hole once you're piercing the paper, but I don't worry too much about that. And as you can see, I just layer up smaller pieces on top and then stitch into those too. Got some cross stitches there, some detached chain stitch, straight stitches, and I've just used normal embroidery threads and picked out colours that I think suits the piece. And to finish off the edges, I just turn the paper over and stitch. You can see there. Stitch over the edge, just with an overstitch. You could use a blanket stitch as well, maybe, but I quite like the messiness of the stitches on the edge. So that's one that I've completed, and then I'm just working on another one now. Slightly different colours, but again that lovely puffy quilted effect. and also straight stitches, seed stitches, cross stitches. No plan as to where and how to stitch or which stitch to use. I just do it quite intuitively. I start off by pinning the pieces onto the backing, and then I just start anchoring down the pieces with some seed stitch just to hold everything in place. And then from there I start anchoring everything else down with more seed stitches, and then, as I say, just intuitively find where I want to start stitching again and use different stitches. So yeah, this piece is coming on okay, I think, so far. And there, as I say, the edges quite loose, but I shall probably do the same thing, turn them over and just do a over stitch on the edge. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing part of the work in progress on how I'm experimenting with these waste materials. So I'll leave it there for now. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Bye for now.